Yeah. I've been gone for a long time. I know, like things are crazy right now. Rocks, Rocks D Zabek. Yes, Rocks D Zabek. He's him. Rocks is him, bro. Bro. Like the way Oda glazes Rocks in this chapter is crazy. Isn't this supposed to be a Loki flashback? Isn't this supposed to be a Harold's flashback? Isn't all of this supposed to be about Loki and Harold? Where on earth did Rocks come from? Did Oda's editor say something like, "Hey, I'm not gonna lie, I've been looking at Twitter and everything, Reddit or whatnot. I've been seeing what people have been saying about how boring Elbaf is right now. I don't think Emu possessing Gunko is enough. Do something else. Do something." And then Oda's like, "All right, what about Rocks then? I guess let me put Rocks in there, you know, because who really thought that Rocks was gonna come this quickly? Who really thought that Rocks was gonna appear in chapters this quickly? Who? Me? You? No, nobody. Right? The way Oda glazes Rocks in this chapter, I mean, last chapter in 1154, I meant. Last chapter in 1154, you saw how Oda just threw in, yeah, Rocks killed the Navy Admiral as well, by the way. And it was like, wait, what? Okay. You know what I mean? Like, is that crazy, bro? The way Rocks hypes up, the way, I can't even speak, bro. The way Oda hypes up Rocks in this chapter is honestly like how freaking Paul Heyman would hype up Roman Reigns.
The most violent, the most diabolical, the most dangerous, a beast slayer, a conqueror's conqueror, the goat of all goats.
Yeah, basically like that. Like, can we talk about Rocks' feats? Like, I'ma just say it. I'ma just like say it. Like, Rocks is a unique swordsman. The way he talks about him being a swordsman, oh, he swings his swords. He's known for just blowing everything away by just swinging his sword. Mihawk is the greatest swordsman in the world. You didn't hype up Mihawk like that, and he's the greatest swordsman. Like, if anything, the only person's like, I'm not saying no other swordsman in One Piece can be hyped up, but what I'm saying is Mihawk, literally with the title World's Greatest Swordsman, doesn't even get that type of hype. I'm just saying. The only hype towards Mihawk is honestly sharing other feats. Well, I won't say share other feats, but basically like if someone else's feats is talked about, you can honestly put it for Mihawk. Like this feat that Rocks his feet right now by just blowing everything away by just swinging his sword. Honestly speaking, that's Mihawk hype. Whether you hate Mihawk or not, you gotta admit that is actually Mihawk hype. You get what I'm saying? And it's like, dude, okay. And talking about how he stole 5 kings from the Reverie, he met Emu and like casually just sat there. He clashed with Harold, and I won't say that feat was almost as if like Roger and Whitebeard, Shanks and Whitebeard, Big Mom and Kaido, and then Kaido and Luffy spit in the sky. They didn't spit the sky, but them just coming towards each other. I won't even say coming towards each other, because when they were running towards each other, Harold is the one that attacked Rocks, because he's like, how dare you use me as a scapegoat? You're the one who caused all this ruckus and Reverie, and now I'm getting blamed for it. You know what? Here you go, buddy. He swung his sword. That sound like that meme. Swing his body to the side, but he swung his sword towards Rocks. And then Rox just like, all right, blocked it with his own Conqueror's Haki. So it's not like both of them together came at each other. If anything, that's another feat for Rox by blocking an ancient giant with that massive of a sword, along with advanced Conqueror's Haki coated upon his sword, and then he casually just blocks it. And then guess what the narrator says? Everyone in the distance was blown 5 kilometers away. Like, come on, bro. He destroyed the gates of justice because the celestial dragons had loots on that ship. And then it's like also him fighting in Davy back fights to obtain his crew. Bruh. Bruh. And there's much more things I want to discuss in the chapter pertaining Rox. You know, and the thing is, Blackbeard is his son. Blackbeard inherited this guy's will. I want to make a video on Blackbeard and him inheriting Rox's will. I want to make a video on that. Up to, like, pertaining every single thing Blackbeard has done this far makes so much sense since he's Rox's son. You know what I mean? So, like, let's just talk about every single thing that Rox has done from beginning to end, okay? I just want to discuss that alone. Okay, let's talk about the very first thing we found out about Rox in chapter 1154. Rox killed a Navy Admiral, right? You know what's been funny about this whole time? Because it's been a lot of discourse and whatnot about him killing an Admiral. The thing about him killing an Admiral is funny. Because could you imagine this entire time he possibly killed a Rear Admiral or a Vice Admiral the entire time? It's like, yeah, the entire time he killed a Rear Admiral or a Vice Admiral. Because sometimes Oda could do stuff like that. He would just say, yeah, he killed a Navy Admiral. And it's like, okay. And everyone's like, an Admiral. An actual Admiral. An Admiral that's like just one tier below a Fleet Admiral. That Admiral. And this entire time, yeah, he killed the Rear Admiral. He killed the Vice Admiral that was as strong as Momonga. Bro, could you imagine how pissed off people would be? But obviously, it literally says he killed a Navy headquarters Admiral. So, imagine if it was a Fleet Admiral, you know, but yeah, whatever. He killed the Navy Admiral, and then in chapter 1154, we found out that this Admiral was, like, killed. No matter how much they tried to, like, save him, there was no saving. Who knows how much, like, damage Rox did. Even though it's a bit ambiguous, we don't really know what Rox did. Rox could have, like, snuck up behind him and just, you know, killed him some type of way. Who knows? Because, I don't know, from this chapter, it just seems as if, like, Rox got away with a lot in Sabaody, in the Holy Land. It seems like he got away with a lot in Mary Joie, yeah. And the reason why I say that is, when you look at the things, it's like, who did this? Who did that? Did they just find the Admiral lying down dead? Did they find the Admiral trapped? Were they looking for him? It's like, where is he? And they couldn't find him? Because it seems like, I don't know, the way it looks, it just like the Mary Joie soldiers and everything were just looking for the thing. It's not like they saw destruction. It's not like they saw, like, oh, there was this big commotion over there and the Navy Admiral was fighting this mysterious stranger. It's like they didn't know, wait, who did this? It's like they found the Admiral dead or something, which was pretty odd. If you read the chapter, it's like that's what it's hinting. It's like he killed an admiral. Not saying Rocks can't kill an admiral, by the way, like one-on-one, but it just seems as if like the way he killed that admiral, it didn't look like he killed that admiral where it's like it's this huge fight, buildings are blown away, destruction on other buildings and stuff like that. It doesn't seem that way. It's just like, yeah, he killed an admiral and the admiral wasn't able to survive no matter how much times they try. It's not like the narrator said, hey, the buildings, there was this big commotion. No one could have really saw who the admiral was fighting. But no, it's not like that at all. It was just like, yeah, he killed an admiral. Maybe Oda didn't want to go into detail, but why would he leave that out? You know? But a feat is a feat in of itself. But it's just very weird how Oda didn't really go into depth on, like honestly speaking, no one knows who the Admiral is. No one knows. No one knows who the Admiral is. It doesn't matter who the Admiral is. I feel as if like that answer might get that question might get answered in an SBS. So, and that's fine. No one cares. But it's just more so how he killed the Admiral kind of matters. You know what I mean? It is kind of weird. Now, remember I talked about Mihawk. Now let's talk about the second thing Rox has done thus far. If we read the chapter, we know what happened and why his swordsmanship was even talked about. It's because, yeah, Rox is sick in the head. Honestly, you attacking a little kid with advanced conqueror's hockey is kind of wild. Like, out of all pure honesty. But he had his reasons of doing it. He needed to do it so Harold can come. But it's the fact that, I'm not gonna lie, Harold is sick in the head too. Because why didn't you fight the guy who hurt your son? It's like, oh my gosh, Loki, you're alright? And it's like, okay. And you're just literally sitting down discussing with the guy who hurt your son. But, whatever, right? Fact that the narrator gassed up his swordsmanship is wild. Like I said before in the beginning of this video, Mihawk's swordsmanship hasn't been gassed like this at all. The way the narrator talks about it, it's like Rox is known for like able to swing his sword. It makes everything just blow away within the vicinity. And also, it's compared to a cannon or even a gigantic hammer. What? And when he swung his sword towards Loki, you see just that. Like, Rox, the same, and the thing is, the way that Roger grabbed his sword to fight against Whitebeard, and just like charging it up with advanced conqueror's hockey and swing it against Whitebeard, Rox does that exact same stance, by the way. And when he does that stance, you can see it like charged up with advanced conqueror's hockey. And like I said, the narrator himself said Rox swordsmanship was renowned for its brutal impact akin to a giant hammer or a cannon fire. It was said to blow everything in the surrounding vicinity away. And just boom, just literally swung it towards baby Loki, and then that happens. And it's like, okay, sure. Well, not baby Loki, but kid Loki. And it was like, okay, sure. Like I said, Mihawk himself doesn't get hyped up this way. Mihawk is the world's greatest swordsman. The only thing we really know about Rox is that he's freaking insane. He's bad. Like, he's crazy. His goals, his ambitions is really nuts. Like, known for killing an admiral. Like, this guy was sick. The things he wanted to do. The way, like, his plans, his goals. He's seriously sick in the head. And that's what some people can't, like, really understand. That he's generally sick. That's all it is. But the talk about his swordsmanship, what he can do and stuff like that. And the fact that Mihawk, the world's greatest swordsman, the one who had this title, it's not like it was said, Rox D. Zebek. father of Blackbeard, also known as the past world's greatest swordsman. No, but he gets hyped that much that he is the world's greatest swordsman. He swings his blade, everything gets blown away by just swinging it, by the way. And it's compared to a giant fire cannon or a giant hammer. Okay, Oda, cool. Like I said, Paul Heyman hyping up Roman Reigns. Like, it's like having a hype man. You know what I mean? The thing is too, the way Rox is getting hyped up in this chapter, not even Roger himself got hyped up this much. Roger, the king of the pirates, didn't get hyped up this much. Honestly speaking, Rox over Roger. Truth be told, Rox over Roger, Rox over Whitebeard, Primebeard too. When he has the girl no me and whatnot, yes, Rox over Primebeard. I feel like Rox could have beaten Roger and that Primebeard. Is that even insane to say? Not like, seriously, is that crazy to say? What's crazy is this too. Other than Joy Boy, I can see, other than Joy Boy, Rox is the only man to have ever gone into that flower room where Emu is and survived. But he's the only man ever to ever like go into that flower room. No consequences. Not being scared. Just casually sitting there with his pistol. With his Glock in his hand. His Desert Eagle. Right there. His flintlock. His revolver. Tries to go in there and like bribe Emu. Like, yeah, I stole 5 kings and, you know, what you got for me? And then Emu's like, nothing can ever extort Mu. I guess it's cool that you did that, but who cares? And then Rox is basically like, yeah, well, I thought as much, honestly. You know, and then he talked about how he admired Davy Jones, and even the narrator talked about like how there was the first and the last time that anyone has ever done such a thing that Rox did. Rox looked at him in his eye and said, look at me. Look at me! Look me in the eyes, Moo. Just one day, I'll be back. I'll be right here. Trust me. Crazy look in his eyes. You could tell he's a hothead. Rox didn't try to attack. I don't know, too. It seems like Rox was the only one that actually went into this land, honestly, to be real. Like, he was the only one that got up there. I don't know how he got up there, what he did to get up there, etc. I don't care. But it seems like Rox is the only one that got up there, right? He's the only one that got up there, and he's the only one that was able to, like, survive that. Within the midst of everything, guess what? He saw Harold. Harold saw him too. Harold's like, what the frick? You're that guy. It's because of you all these people are attacking me. You killed an admiral. You stole all the kings. You kidnapped them. You've been causing all of this chaos. And now I'm the one suffering because of your mess. You have to pay. Grabbed his sword. Filled it up with Conqueror's coating. Attacked Rox. And Rox is just like, he blocked it himself. And he's like, state your name. And then Harold just states his name and everything. And it's like they're buddy. But they didn't split the sky. I said it earlier. They didn't split the sky like Big Mom, Kaido and Luffy. And then Roger and Whitebeard and whatnot, and etc. He didn't do it like that. But they were able to blow everyone away 5 kilometers. And I explained why they didn't get to do that. I can see the pure intention of extreme force. I feel as if, like, if they both attacked each other, they would have split in the sky. But that's not what happened. I think it's just more so Rox blocked the attack rather than both of them attacking each other. That's why they didn't get to split the sky. You know what I mean? And then it's like after that, after they escaped, Rox got this huge bounty. We don't know, but I feel like it was bigger than Roger. If I were to think about how much Rox had as a billion, I won't say after killing the Admiral he had a big bounty, like a big bounty as in like Roger. But if I were to guess, I'd probably say like after killing an Admiral, I'd say 4 billion, 4.4 or something. 4.4 billion. I'd say 4.4 billion. 4 billion? That's reasonable. Just started, you got a 4 billion berry bounty. I'd say that's reasonable. And then he destroyed the gates of justice. The gates of justice. The gates of justice at not Water 7. Not Impel Down. I forgot the place's name, but he destroyed the gates of justice. How? For agenda purposes, the way Oda's gassing up Rox, I would love to say that Rox himself destroyed the gate of justice with probably a named attack. Probably the Rox D. Sebek swing or something. Maybe. Probably mixed in with a devil fruit plus his swordsmanship, he was able to do that. Who knows? I mean, everything he swings is able to blow things away. Maybe he really charged up his sword with like infinite, like 100% Conqueror's Hockey plus Rio and just swung it so hard that it just blew the gates open. Caused a whole tsunami. Like, bro, you remember when Whitebeard did the Gura Nomi attack? And then those big tsunamis came swarming so they can cover up the entirety of Marineford? What if Rox like did something so like a big swing, destroying the gates of justice? It's not even crazy to say. I mean, the Oda is the narrator, by the way. He's telling the story, by the way. The way Oda's gassing up Rox, is that crazy? Is that crazy? Seriously? Like, bro. And like, after destroying the gates of justice, like he literally attacked the ship that was like, that has all the money of like the celestial dragons, like the Mary Joie's tribute. He stole it all just so he can get his goals, so it can align with his goals, so he can be able to do what he has to do. Yes, Rox did that. Rox D. Zebek, he did that. Participating in Davy backfights, and when he participated in Davy backfights, he did all the things he was supposed to do. Doing all the things he's supposed to do. Guess what? You can literally see Whitebeard's poster. Although it's like a silhouette, you can literally see Whitebeard's like mustache and whatnot. You can see Whitebeard. You can see him participating in the boxing matches. You can see him having an axe and all those other stuff. You can see him shooting his gun at a ship or something like that. Within that small panel, you can see all the things he's done. And this guy's like bat crapped insane. The way Oda's legit gassing him is crazy. And then Rox just talks about this entire plan about how Hachinosu, this pirate island was once a jail for like the people and whatnot, but they took over and like no one could like take it back. And he's telling Harold all of this stuff of what's happening and whatnot. And he's like, I can do it. Harold, join me. We can do it together. I'm going to bribe the Navy and say, hey, if you want this island back, you got to pay me some money and let me get that island. Guess what? He just does it. And when he does it, he doesn't give them the island back. He took it as his own and called it Hachinosu the island paradise and whatnot, etc. And all that good stuff. It's like the way Oda legitimately gasses Rox is crazy. You know, the way he gasses rocks is like very wild. And like the narrator talks about how he's sending shockwaves over the sea by taking this island from all those inmates and whatnot. And who knows, those inmates could have possibly joined Rocks. Instead of Rocks killing those inmates, all those inmates could have possibly joined Rocks because of his influence of wanting to take over the world. This entire chapter just hypes up Rocks so much. From this one chapter, plus the little panel from 1155 in the end, but the way Rocks is gassed is like really, like, it's unbelievable. You know what I mean? And could you imagine if Harold actually decided to join Rocks? Imagine before Harold met Ida, and then she changed his whole mind and whatnot, and like influenced him heavy to be this good giant and spread to show that giants actually aren't evil, having allies and stuff. Out of all pure honesty, imagine if Harold joined Rocks within that God Valley incident. Rocks would have been the king of this world right now. I mean, in the One Piece world, obviously, but Rocks would have been the king of the world right now in One Piece, honestly. He wouldn't have lost. You got an ancient giant that already has advanced conquerors, and now the way Oda hypes up Harold is crazy. And imagine this too. Imagine Loki. Loki himself is an ancient giant. Imagine baby Loki growing up being on Rox's crew as well. That's 3 strong people. And then imagine he has the entirety of Elbaf himself, being the king of Elbaf. Would Rocks be dead right now? It's a good thing Harold did a butterfly effect by not joining Rocks, because that caused him to be the way he is right now. Think about it. If Harold joined Rocks, where would Rocks be right now? Think about it. Where would Rocks be right now? Rocks would honestly be the king of the world. He would have easily beaten Roger, beaten Roger's crew, and beaten Garp. Easily, man. Easily. And he would have took God Valley and Hachinosu. Having the entirety of Elbaf, having the entirety of his crew with freaking Newgate, already advanced, already a conqueror. And then he has Big Mom, and then he has Kaido, 3 conquerors himself. And then you got Shiki, another conqueror too. And then you have the entirety of Elbaf, along with Loki. And then you have Harold too. Bro, they would have went into Mary Joie, and just like he told Emu, I'll be back, he would have been right back there, and he would have fought Emu. He would have had the whole Mary Joie himself. Who knows? He probably would have did something crazy as destroy the Grand Line. I mean, the Red Line. Is that crazy though? Just like how he killed that one Navy Admiral, he would have killed all the other admirals. Imagine the force and the power that Rocks would have had if Harold just said, yes, I'll join you. Imagine if Rocks actually could have persuaded Harold. Think about it, bro. Think about it. You know, this was an amazing chapter. I love 1155. The way Rocks is gassed, he's literally in my top 5 now. Like in my top 5 when it comes to characters and whatnot. The way Oda needed to do this, because Elbaf is really on fire right now. I never thought Elbaf was slow, by the way. I just thought, like, just be patient. In my personal opinion, I was like, yeah, let me be patient, because I thought it was a nice rough start. The way Elbaf introducing Loki and all that stuff, Gabon and all that other good stuff. Yeah, it was, I would say the only thing I hated was Luffy and the crew being at the underworld and everyone up, like in the upper realm, like going through all that crap while Luffy's just chilling and whatnot. That's what I hated. But other than that, excellent chapter. You know, I want to talk about Blackbeard inheriting Rox's will. You know, Lord willing, I do that sooner or later, and I'm back, guys. I want to try to be consistent. I love this chapter. This was really good. This was really good, guys. Rox D. Zebek is him. I got him over Prime Garp, Prime Whitebeard, Prime Roger, Prime Kaido, Prime Big Mom, Prime Shanks. I got him over Shanks right now, buddy. You know, I got him over Mihawk. Who knows? But guys, you know what I'm saying? I'm back, man. It's your boy Yusuf and I'm out, bro. Like, tune in, man.